Okay, welcome again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Unveiling Africa welcomes you on this very historic day for us here in America. It's the Martin Luther King holiday where we celebrate this great man for his greatness and his, selflessness to promote our African Black history and our Black culture. So I'm honored that you'll be the first person for Unveiling Africa this year, and also to represent, today's story. So welcome, Ms. Tope Mark-Odigie, and Unveiling Africa welcomes you, and we thank you for being a part of our team today. So just tell us a little bit about who Tope Mark-Odigie is.
So I am honored to be here as well. I'm honored to be an historic guest for Unveiling Africa, and I am a teacher at heart. I do not teach in a classroom. I teach on social media and on television. I teach on growth, I teach on investment, and I teach on wealth creation. I do this through my TV show, through social media, through Instagram, all through my platforms. My core is to impact knowledge that will lead to transformation. Wow. I believe that the human potential is limitless. Like every human being has limitless potential, and many times the difference between achievement and potential is knowledge. Yes. And my goal is to reduce the knowledge gap and increase positive change in the lives of people.
Fantastic. You couldn't put it any succinctly. That is so perfect. In the meantime, I just wanted to, because we're on Unveiling Africa, I just wanted to find out what your name means, Tope. I'm sure it's a shortened version, and also where you come from in Nigeria.
So I'm from the Yoruba tribe. Okay. And specifically from the Ijebu people. Okay. The Ijebu people are known for being versatile in commerce, yes, entrepreneurial, and very, very driven, very successful. They're known for trading across Africa. Pre-colonialism, the Ijebu people always were known for trading, traveling across the country to trade. My full name is Tope, okay, and that means, for me, it's to thank God. So it is a name that says that what concerns me and all that concerns me is to thank God. And it is a name born out of the fact that my parents waited on the Lord before having a child. And before me, they had lost a baby, twin boys actually. And so when they had me, it was a moment of thanksgiving. So they named me Tope, which is my own portion is to thank God.
Oh, that's so nice. I love that. I love that. That's why I like African names. They always have a meaning, a very, 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 very deep meaning. So now, without further ado, Ijebu is from what state in Nigeria? Just for my followers.
It's from Ogun State.
Okay.
It's from Ogun State, yes.
And I know that you're married to a gentleman from...
I'm married to someone from Edo State, who is from the Benin heritage. Wow. So the Benin are also very enterprising. Benin people are very cultural. Yes. The Benin people are very, very, they have a very firm belief in the power of identity. So there's a strong identity, there's a strong trade, as in like the skills. One of the things, when the Western world talk about African art, in most cases they're talking about Benin art. Yes. The bronze heads of Benin Kingdom can be found in the most prestigious museums around the world. Stolen from Benin City, but those are like the iconic things they used to describe Africa. The bronze head, they are from Benin Kingdom. Yes,
that's really good. That's very interesting. So as I was saying, as we continue, I just want to say that you wear many hats. of all those hats, which one, if I gave you a chance to excel and explode, would you really grasp and hold to heart?
I'm grateful to God that I'm able to do what I do across multiple platforms. Right. So I'm a TV host, but not just the TV host for the frivolity of being a TV host or a news anchor or something. The show that I get the privilege to co-host is a show that is pivotal to the transformation of the minds of Nigerians.
I agree.
And so I see that as a teaching ministry. If I'm supposed to pick just one thing to do, something that will give me the highest level of fulfillment, is to speak across many platforms, right, teaching the principles that unlock our potential, the principles of growth, okay, the principle of our mind, the principle of how important how we think changes what we see. Yes. The principle of how our mind shapes our world, how perspective, just let me teach, So give me a TV, I'll teach. Give me a Zoom meeting, give me YouTube, give me any platform, I will teach. Yeah. And even through my real estate business, right, real estate for me is a tool I use to unlock the wealth code for many people. Wow. So the statistics over there in America says that over 90% of wealth was built through real estate.
Real estate, yeah.
For me, I believe that wealth is retained through real estate. Even if you don't build your wealth through real estate, maybe you're a professional in many fields, you retain your wealth through real estate. So my journey to real estate is teaching people that while you might desire wealth or desire money, if you really want to retain that money, maybe when you retire, maybe when life changes, real estate could be a tool for you. So through real estate, I'm actually still educating people over and over again about the importance of investing in this industry and how it will change your life long term.
Yes. You really hit the nail on the head. We here wondered what you meant by Omo Onile when you talk about real estate. One of the
Omo real estate is a Yoruba word that describes customary owners of the land. Omo is a child, Ile is the land. Okay. So Omo is the child. So children of the land. Okay. Those are like the customary owners of the land, the first settlers on the land. Okay. The people whose history and genealogy could be traced to that location.
Okay. So how does it impact the real estate industry in Lagos?
Yes, so the Omonile challenge in the real estate industry is a challenge because it is historical. Mm-hmm. It's not owned by one person. So it's usually, most lands have dual ownership. They're owned by the government. The government has a decree that the government owns all land. Wow. Yet they are customary settlers who've been there all their life. Whose grandfather, great-grandfather, everyone they know was on that land. Oh. So by every right, they feel entitled to the land. Oh. And for you to move them from that land, you need to pay them.
Okay.
And sometimes after paying them,
they come back again.
Some conflicts might still arise in the fact that you pay off the family. One or two of the children didn't get their share of the payout. Yeah. And so they sort of like come to rain havoc on the land. So
how do you combat that? Yeah, or work on it? How do you work around that? How do you work around that?
The important part for a real estate company is to trace the genealogy of the land to be sure of who actually owns the land. Mm-hmm. So when you know who actually owns the land, you do like a public transaction in a way that every family member would know that the transfer of ownership has been done to you. Mm-hmm. And you, at the same time, ensure that you do the government documentation so that if any unruly person comes up, you have the government, you can use the government to have your back, to stake your claim on the land.
Okay.
You know, of course, there'll still be unruly elements, even if you do all your due diligence, but when they come up, you have already covered the ground. You've done, the way I like to put it, I say, when I deal with the customary owners of the land, I tell them, I come with love and I come with the law. So in love, I would pay you, you know, and I would sort out all the financial obligations to you. If you don't give me peace on the land, I will come with the law. So the law means I come with the police, I come with the force, and we would evict you if you are laying claim to a land that we've already bought.
Okay. More on our conversation with Tope coming up next. Unveiling Africa Trivia. What is the smallest country in mainland Africa? The answer when we return. The answer is the Gambia. Gambia is the smallest country on mainland Africa. I know that when we see the TV show called Your View in Lagos, one of the very popular breakfast television shows in Lagos State, and possibly the world, the country, you are classified as the bold. And I've seen you attack certain issues boldly. So one of the issues that I found very interesting recently has been the one where we had a pastor who said that wives should, not air their dirty linens in public, the husband's dirty linens in public. Were you at that? I noticed you were not at that show, but how do you see that? Is that something that we should be talking about in public? Is that something that should be left in the, environs of a home and family?
I think that every human being needs to unburden. If things are not going well at home, you carry the weight, and we carry it in our hearts. Yeah. And while in our hearts we mean it metaphorically, many times it actually affects our hearts physically.
Right.
So it is important that we share and we unburden. The challenge, though, is that with social media, people simply just throw it all out on social media, go on Instagram, do a video, cry out their eyes and say, oh, this person did this, is a horrible person. This is someone you have a child or you have children with.
Yeah.
So I feel that we should unburden, but we should unburden in a private circle. You should unburden with people that you can trust to hold that conversation in confidence.
Yes.
Because social media never forgets.
No.
And someone will dig it up in 10 years, 20 years time, and it might affect who you become in future.
Yeah. Or your
and
children.
Who he becomes in future.
Yeah.
Yoruba has a proverb. There's a proverb in Yoruba that interprets into, if we are fighting, it is not unto death. Like, even if I'm fighting with you, I don't wish you to die.
No.
I probably wish you to change. I probably wish you to improve, but I don't wish you to die. Yeah. Sometimes when we wash this dirty linen outside, we are bringing death onto someone we have lifelong ties with.
Yeah.
So I share in the analogy of, don't wash your dirty laundry outside. Don't bring that dirty, gory story of something that happened to you privately onto social media for the entire public to judge. Yeah. Because you don't know how they will take it or how far it will go. And the truth is, we are all work in progress.
Yes.
Two parties are not perfect. Some are worse off than the other, but both parties are not perfect. So as much as possible, some issues can be resolved.
True.
And imagine if you already publicize the entire issue and then you resolve it.
Yeah.
It then just makes you sort of like another Yoruba proverb. So I keep going back there.
Yeah.
Says that if we don't take a case to court and then come back and we're smiling.
No.
There's some there's some gulf that you cannot cross. So when you create that huge chasm between both of you, you are unable to resolve it. It means, oh, we're done, and I don't care. I'm done. I want to embarrass you. I want to destroy your public image. I want to do everything that is possible just to tarnish you. And I don't think that we don't need that negativity in us. Funny enough, I am of the opinion that the diasporan market, my market is largely diasporan, honestly. Okay. I would say that about 70% of my customers don't live in Nigeria.
Wow.
Which is a good thing. Some are Nigerians. I've had a few non-Nigerians that are customers to my business. And this is why I would say, as a real estate, I run a real estate business, so I search for properties. I ensure that the properties will give my clients peace of mind.
Yes.
And it will also appreciate, because the goal is not just an emotional attachment, which is good, especially for those in diaspora. For them, it's an emotional attachment thing. But also, we work for our money, and we must ensure that we don't waste our money or just throw it into something that would not appreciate. So I try to tick those boxes, that it must be safe and it must appreciate. So what I do is offer virtual tours, so we do videos on the way to the site, off the site. I have clients who are building houses, but they've never been to their land, and I'm coordinating everything for them.
Oh, that's important. That's important, because a lot of families have sent money back home into vacuums, and they come back and there's nothing there. No land, no house, nothing, no money.
My business is based on trust.
Yes.
And every client I have, I treat them very special, because I know that every human being will recommend someone else to me anyway.
Of course.
So it's not about one individual, but about the subsequent customers that would come from that person.
Yes, exactly. You're so smart. That's very true.
So there are multiple levels with which I have thought about this thing holistically, that for me, real estate isn't just a one-time game. So yes, Nigerians in diaspora, as well as non-Nigerians, Africans in diaspora, can safely invest through my company, Rep 360, into real estate in Nigeria.
Okay, what's your company called?
They can buy land.
What's the company called?
Rep 360. So it is Real Estate Business 360.
Okay.
Yeah, so covering everything that has to do with real estate.
Okay.
For houses, lands, agricultural investment opportunities, land that is going to strictly be used for as well as minerals. Hopefully in future. We haven't done anything in minerals yet, but I strongly believe that Africa has such huge mineral deposits that is largely being tapped by foreigners, by Chinese, by white, Germans, Russians. There's a large ecology of impact when you invest in real estate in Africa. So I earn from your investment. You own the land. My staff earn from your investment because they get paid salary.
Right.
If you choose to fence, the builders earn money. They are able to feed their children. The people selling the cement, those selling the sand, those selling iron rod, the carpenters, the painters. Like, there is the number of people that one person's investment will touch it's huge. The number is huge. You can invest $5,000 in Africa. You own a land here, and many people will be fed. So the truth is, I believe optimistically that you can have it all.
I believe so too.
I believe that
it's not easy, but you can.
I believe that there are different seasons with your life.
Yes.
And you need to prioritize. There will be seasons where you might not have time for friendship as such.
Yes.
There might be seasons when it might seem your business is suffering.
Yes.
When your children are small,
yes,
they're really small, like 5 and below, you would have to spend time with them.
Thank you.
10 and below, you spend time with them. 15 and below, you spend time with them, because you understand that those are formative years.
Yes.
Those seasons might not give you much time for friendship if you're still maintaining a business. You must be intentional about what is important to you. So for me, it is God, it is family, then it's my friends, my community, you know, and I don't keep a crowd, because really you can't trust a crowd. When you are looking for people, it's just 2 or 3. Jesus had 70, he had 12, then he had 3. So it is for you to find those 3, and it is a journey. The number one is you cannot sacrifice your spirituality, because the human body, the human being is wired. We have a body, but we have a soul. And if we lose our soul, your body is gone anyway. You know, the life you live won't be worthwhile. So God first, family second, and you must do all you can to preserve that family. Do all you can to preserve your children, so that we don't work so hard and then lose them. You end up living in regrets that what happened to, what kind of children have I raised? How are they living their life? You know, so thankfully with the beauty of the internet, there are many people who have successfully built multi-million-dollar businesses right from their home, without sacrificing family, without sacrificing their time with God. So it's about just saying that it is possible, and then taking that journey into saying, I will make it work. My closest friend has to be my husband. If there's anything that I can't share with him, like he's my first line of defense. He has to be my closest friend. If any other person would be okay after him. And that brings me,
sorry to cut you, but that brings me to the End SARS movement, how he saved and rescued you all. But thankfully, everything worked out right. But I heard your husband was very bold, like you, to come in there and rescue you all. So thank God for that. I hear you.
I'm really grateful to God for that. Just to round off, some people don't have the luxury of, I hate to paint this ideal picture of perfection, or your husband is like number one, oh God, like all of that. Some are single mothers that will watch this show and they will look at it like, oh, what's she saying? That's not my reality. You know, but if you find yourself as in that situation where you're a single mother, you know that you don't have anybody to support you in immediate with that child or those children, then you know that you need to have, your friends need to have your back. You need to have that close community of people with the same mindset that can support you. We need that friendship. We need like-minded people you can share your thoughts with, and they would help you expand it and support you and cheer you on, that won't be greedy or jealous of your successes and all of that. We need those people around us as well.
Yes. Who is your favorite Afrobeat star these days? Male or female or both?
Oh my goodness. So that question really tripped me, because at the end of the day, so anybody that follows me knows I love music, I love dancing. I believe that your one of the best way to change your emotion is to get into motion, you know, and there's a science behind it. I love music, I love dancing, I love Afrobeat. I am proud of the achievements of several of our Afrobeat artists in Nigeria. Like, they've put Nigeria on the map. Very positive way. You know, I'm in the US a few times, and I just walk into the store and I'm listening to a Nigerian artist in a regular American store. So that for me, I can't, to pick one. Okay, so we have like top 3 guys in Nigeria right now. You have Wizkid, you have Burna Boy, and you have Davido. I can't pick one. The 3 of them are super talented. They are doing really well. I just want to wish them to keep on shining the light positively concerning Africa. Then I'll add 2 women into that mix. We have Yemi Alade and we have Tiwa Savage. For me, are queens in their own right.
As we unveil Africa, I always ask my guests this question. If we were, because eventually that's my goal, to travel the whole of Africa and visit all these different countries and islands in Africa that make up Africa. So my intention is to bring people along with me who are like-minded in that particular country. So what country in Africa besides Nigeria would you love to visit, and why?
I would say Rwanda.
Yes, that's a beautiful place.
I love the women empowerment in Rwanda. And I don't say women empowerment the way we tend to do it in Nigeria. I don't believe in giving people fish. I believe in giving people the capacity to fish, teach them how to fish. So what the Rwandan government has done, they have the highest number of women in cabinets
Phenomenal.
For me, it is amazing.
Yes.
And there's so much development in that country that they're changing the tide, considering how they came out of genocide and they've decided that we are one, we're going to grow, we're going to change our story. Yeah. It is one country that I would say any African should also visit after Nigeria, visit Rwanda.
Yes. In fact, they're ranked the safest country in Africa today. Yes.
And it took a lot of work to go from where they were to where they are. So there's a lot of progress, and that for me should inspire every African to be proud, you know. Yes. Next country I would pick is Ghana.
Okay.
West African brothers, and I feel that Ghana is very similar to Nigeria, but I love the calmer pace of things in Ghana. Nigeria is very fast paced. Everybody is like on the road. Is like most of Nigeria is like New York.
Yes.
And so it's like everybody's moving this. But Ghana is more calm. It's more it's a calmer country. It's a country that has struggled a bit with leadership, but it's a country that I would totally recommend. It's a country I'd love to see. Yeah. Then of course you have South Africa. So those are like my top three countries that you could see. South Africa is very developed. So South Africa is not going to give you the African per se look, because most of the places that you would probably visit in South Africa would look just like your metropolis within America. However, it is part of Africa. Yes. And it's worth visiting.
Yes. We visited South Africa, and yes, you're right. It's absolutely a beautiful place to visit. Yeah. What legacy would you like to be remembered by or leave behind? And I know you still have a long life, but we'd like to talk about this because things happen, and then we can go back and say, I know Tope had said this, that this will be her legacy. What will that be?
That I transformed millions of people. That encountering me made them blow, made them grow. Yeah. Like I opened people's eyes. Yeah. That for me is that's the legacy. The legacy of the fact that as many people see, read, or watch anything that has to do with me, they got enlightened. They sort of it's like something switched on in people's minds. Right. That for me is the legacy I want to leave in people's minds.
That is fantastic. I think that's an awesome legacy too. And on that note, I say you really hold the definition of being bold, because you embolden the others around you, as well as being bold enough to try to make them emboldened. So thank you very much for your time. We thank you for being a part of our day, and especially this historic day. You have left us some historic words of wisdom, and we hope that you'll continue to be a family. What's your favorite food? I forgot to ask that. Your favorite food?
It would shock you, but I like beans in every form. So beans in every form. Beans can be made into akara. It can be porridge beans. It can be moi moi. I can eat beans as breakfast, lunch, and dinner in all the forms.
I love beans too. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I missed that. That was a good one. I'm glad I asked you. But thank you so much for spending your time with us.
Thank you. I actually really enjoyed the interview. I really enjoyed the conversation. I like the direction of your questioning. It was really, really amazing. I appreciate it. Everyone that watches learned something. You know.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And you're such a full-bodied woman that we had so many more questions, but we had to keep it, within a time. So maybe we'll get together again and do some more stuff.
I love that.
Yeah. So thank you again, and keep in touch. Send me well to your co-hosts, your lady host, Miss Mariah Brown. You all do a great, awesome job, and you really have taken women to another level in Nigeria. And you've got me hooked on it. Even my husband, who doesn't watch TV. So thank you for entertaining us and informing us and educating us. And keep on doing the good work. It doesn't come easy.
Thank you so much.
Follow us on our social media
handles. And also don't forget to comment, like, subscribe too. Ciao.